Hello, today on breakfast, lunch, and dinner cooking, I almost got that out. We are going to be making coconut cookies. So here we go. I'm going to preheat my oven to 375. And we're going to start out with 2 3/4 cup flour. This is an easy recipe because you just mix everything together. You don't have to cream anything so that's 2 3/4 cup flour, teaspoon of salt, a half a teaspoon of baking soda, and as always, I will be putting this all in the description. And a teaspoon of vanilla, and instead of shortening, I'm going to go ahead and use coconut oil, and that way it'll have more of a coconutty flavor. So I'm going to use a half a cup of this organic coconut oil. And I'm going to use 1 cup of coconut. This is the sweetened coconut. Maybe a little bit more. A little extra coconut never hurt, right? And then I'm going to be putting in 1.5 cups of sugar. Let's see what we got. Not quite, almost. There we go. 1.5 cups of sugar. And then, believe it or not, it calls for 1 cup of sour cream. So I am going to put in 1 cup of sour cream. I hope I have a cup here. Pretty sure I do. There we go. Just about a cup. And then 2 eggs. I'm actually making these for, we're having a memorial on Memorial Day for the veterans. And we're going to mix that all up. I got these eggs, and they are so yummy. They are, see how yellow the yolks are? They're these pasture-raised eggs, and I'll tell you, they have got such a good flavor. They do a nice little thing where they have a little sermon and everybody stands outside, and I think they sing the national anthem too. It's very nice. So I'm going to make these and put them in my freezer and try to stay out of them. All right, let's see what we got here. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get out my cookie sheet. I'm going to get a piece of parchment paper. Hopefully you guys can see what I'm doing here. Okay. And I'm just going to drop, mix it a little more here. All right. I'm just going to put them in little circles, put them on the pan. They said you can refrigerate these and make them harden up a little bit, but I'll get by. And these take about 10 minutes. So what else is new, you guys? It's Tuesday and it's hot here in Florida, and I guess you guys are getting nice weather up north. I'm going to put 12 on here. I think I am going to stick this in the fridge until these come out. They're a little sticky. All right, guys, I'm going to put these in the oven and I'll show you what we got. Okay, they're coming out of the oven. These took about 13 minutes. I wanted them to be just a little bit brown on the bottom. And this is the beauty of parchment paper. You can just take them and slide them on onto your counter and let them cool. And then I'm going to take another piece of parchment paper and I ended up putting this batter in the fridge so it's a little bit more firm. I'm going to use a spoon this time so it's a little quicker. Yeah, these took 13 minutes. But oh, if you like coconut, you wouldn't believe how good these smell. I did taste the batter and it is delicious. So if you guys like coconut, these are so easy to whip up. You don't have to cream anything. You just put them in the bowl, mix them up, and it's a done deal. And it looks like I'm gonna get probably close to 3 dozen cookies out of this. So, okay, when these come out, I'll show you them too. Okay, the second batch is coming out of the oven. And I wanted to show you what I do to store my cookies. I take wax paper and I put a little bit in the bottom, like so. And then I take my cookies and I stack them like this. And I'm not going to seal this up for a while because I want them to really get good and cooled. And look how nice the bottom is. It's just like perfectly brown. If these were 13 minutes. And then what I'm going to do, set these off to the side. I'm going to slip these off. and use my other one again. And here we go. I've got my I think this is going to give me 3 full dozen. Honestly, if you guys could smell these cookies, oh my goodness, they smell so good. My children always love making cookies, so if you have little kids, be sure and have them help you measure and stuff. Kids just love it. And now my grandkids are loving it. So I guess I only got 9 out of this one, but it's almost 3 dozen. So these are going to go in the oven, and like I said, they take about 13 minutes. And I think you guys got the gist of my coconut cookies. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. And remember, if there's nothing you can't do if you put your mind to it. And love the Lord with all your heart. And make some coconut cookies. You'll like it. Bye.